Well, good day, good day, good day, good people of the viral land of our online community. We just love to welcome you to Let's Talk. Thank you for joining us on this great and beautiful Tuesday evening. I'm your host, Jason, with my co-host for today,
DeCarlo Sweeting.
hey, the big man in the building. So today here first of all, on Let's Talk, we like to talk about issues that matter to you. And we try to come up with solutions so we have more action and less talk. And today, our topic is raising a good young man. Man, this world is really lacking right now. We have a shortage of men, and the men that we do have, a lot of them are misguided. They don't have enough examples. They don't have enough good role models to follow after. I personally think. And then you got social media who's telling them what they're supposed to be and how they're supposed to act and and then you got that other agenda, that other alphabet community who telling them they're not needed, they're not necessary, and they want them to play for the other side. We ain't having that. So men are under attack from every angle, every side, and then we fighting up each other. So today, we just like to talk about raising a good young man. So we'd like you to join in on this conversation. Just call us at 352-TALK, 352-8255. Or just send us your comments. We'd love to read them online. Or you can call us. We prefer to have you call in because we know you got something to say about this topic. Share with us your experience, your ideas on what you think we could do to help raise young men. Now, Mr. Sweeten, what you got to say on this before we get into it?
Before we get into it, just remember to subscribe and like. That's one thing we always want you all to do. And for those who can't subscribe, all you have to do, if you're on YouTube, if you have a Google Gmail account, just sign on to it. Get a Gmail account, sign on to it, and bam, you'll have a YouTube account, and that means you can subscribe. Trust me, in order for the show to keep going on, we need your contribution, and that contribution is to subscribe and to like.
And share it.
Exactly, especially to share, especially if you see anything here. So, Jason, raising young men today. That's what we're talking about today.
Oh, yeah.
And to the public out there, I want y'all to know that we have steps that we're gonna take that we want y'all to understand. And for ladies out there who have young men and y'all might know where to go. This is a great conversation I want y'all to be a part of. If you're a bit confused about something, if something you don't understand, you see the young man is doing, and you're like, oh, what's going on with it? Yeah. You can call us.
Call us. We can shed some light. Go ahead.
Exactly.
That's right.
So, first step in raising, grooming, bringing up a young man in today. First thing we want all the family members to know is, the first thing you have to do, he has to know God.
Oh, first and foremost.
That's first and foremost.
Paramount.
No matter how much times have changed, no matter how much people will come and tell you this and tell you that, the word of the Lord will always remain the same.
That's right.
He has a vision. His vision for men has been around for years.
And that ain't changed,
Centuries.
And it ain't changed.
Nope.
We try to change it because we want to make it fit our needs. But God's agenda for man has never changed. And when we say know God, because just about everybody knows God. We talking about have a personal relationship with God, because in order for you to know somebody, you have to talk with them, right? You have to speak with them and they have to speak back to you. That's knowing them. So when we say know God, guide your young men into having a relationship with God. Know him as his father, as he is our father, so that he could now give him his tailor-cut vision for his life. Because all of us don't have the same path.
Yep.
We have one path to God, but God gave each of us a different journey in this life. He gave each of us different skills, different assignments. That's the word I was looking for. So in order for your son to know his assignment, his God-given assignment, he has to speak to the one who gives him the assignment. So he has to know God for himself. Personal relationship, that's number one. We can't stress that enough.
So for all the parents out there who are too busy to go to church, guess what? There's a church in every community. Every community. Go to the youth minister. There's always a youth minister somehow, somewhere involved in the church. Speak with them. Even if you have to work, you can always say, hey, I want to drop my son off. I need him to come to church so he can get involved. The youth ministers, them today, are very in tune with the community. And this will allow him also to get in tune with the community, to see the things that are needed in his community. Hey, some things he might need from the church, because the church is there to help.
That's
God
right.
will always guide you in a way to make you understand what you want, what you need, and who you are. Just
right.
take faith and trust in him. That's all you have
That's
to
it.
do. Now,
That's it.
I want us to sound too preachy.
Yeah.
I want you all to think we going
You
down
almost
the
send a
preachy
call
word.
offering.
all
Take
the
up offering just now.
Ain't nothing wrong with sending an offering. Ain't nothing wrong with that. But I'm just saying, I don't want y'all to think, but if God is your foundation, you can't go wrong.
That's right.
And that's all we said. I know me as a young man, my foundation was always made because my mother and my aunts, they always made sure I went to church. And guess what? As I got older, I strayed away.
Yeah.
I don't want to go out. I don't
No.
want this and that. Too tired to get up
Oh,
on
yeah,
Lord,
yeah. Party
Lord,
out there. Oh, yeah.
I was too tired to
Yeah,
go.
yeah.
But as time went by, you know where I end up?
Right back in church.
Right back there.
Right back.
And I want y'all to know, yes, we can stray. As men, sometimes, hey, everybody can stray. But with that foundation there, they can come back. And they can come back better and stronger than
That's
ever.
right.
You'll be looking at it and say, I don't believe it.
That's right.
That's Jason?
That's right. Not that same. That can't be Jason.
Not that Jason.
Not Jason.
My
No,
God.
sir.
Hush your teeth. So, know God. That's the first
That's
step.
number one.
That's foundation. That's something that we always, and I want you all to do, get the foundation as best as possible.
And like you say, foundation. Anything built on a shaky foundation will fall. How could you build on God and fall? You can't.
Nope.
So you want to have foundation. The foundation have to be laid. Once that foundation down, that's set. Okay, you could build up from there. So that's number one.
Okay, number two, you have to know your role in life as a man. Now, ladies, I know this can be a little rough for y'all right here. And this
Buckle
way,
up.
I can warn y'all to call in, because a lot of y'all women, and I want y'all to think, but I pick it on y'all. I know how they go, Jason.
Yeah, you know how they go. They touchy. They touchy.
Women, y'all don't know what it is to be a man.
No.
The role, what it is to be a man, ain't what you say it is. All right? And y'all want cookie cutter it to y'all. Y'all want tailor it to y'all.
Yes.
How I want the man.
That's right.
I want
That's
him to
right.
come home 5 o'clock every day. I want him to cook and clean every day.
I want him to do everything.
I want him to do all
Cater
these
to
things,
me.
because that's what a real man does.
Yeah. They like throw that out.
Oh, yeah.
A
You
real man.
You ain't a
Oh,
real man.
man. But they know but real.
But they know. Thank you. So, stay out that. He has a role in his life to protect his love, and to provide for his family, for his community also. Because I want y'all to think when they say provide, because there are many other ways. We spoke about being in youth leadership. He can also help with that. There are younger kids than him that he can assist with. Hey, he can go into politics, really help his community from a larger scale. There are so many different ways that he can provide. And I know we just think about that moolah. You better give him his payday where he is.
No.
Yeah, you can't these people that don't know. No. What do you think about that, Jason?
Provide. Listen, whenever they say provide, they're thinking me. And they always think it's finances. But it goes beyond that to me. Beyond. Providing means providing security, stability. And a man needs to be able to provide these things for his family. He don't have to have a woman, but he has to be able to provide for the people around him, those who are less than him, those who are less fortunate than him. So a man should be able to provide and protect. We already laid the foundation with God, which means as long as he got God in him, he should now provide that God is in him, provide that for his family as well. So he's to provide financial stability, security, physical security. a man is to be the provider, protector, provider, priest. And it's not to a female's tailoring. We have to specify that. It ain't just for her. It's for the community at large. A man has a bigger role, a much bigger role than just his family. Now, family is first. He has to provide and protect his family first, but it don't just stop there. It has to go out into the community as well. He has to provide it, he has to protect his country. A man's role is more than this little thing box that we put him in. God give him a heavy role, and a young man need to know that he has a higher calling on him. If these young men knew how the calling they had on their life and how such importance it was, they might be proud. Hold on, God called me to do this. God counting on me to be this protector. Man, I got something to look up. God looking up to me. He's counting on me to do something. So we have to make sure these young men know what their roles are. Not just there to cater to women. That come down later down, much later down. Because if you know the story, Eve was nowhere in the picture when God created Adam. Nowhere in the picture. He make him, and then he put him to work. Tell him, protect this, name this, do that, do this. Then he bring the woman on. See, that's when the woman come on the tail end. So the man has a role before the woman. He has a role before providing for that woman. He has to provide and protect for his environment, his surroundings, his family, his community. And you need to teach him this from he's younger, because you don't want him to feel, oh, my sole role is to grow up and protect a woman. No, it's much bigger than that, youngster. You have to grow up and protect us, your community, your future. Protect your country. Protect your community. So don't just limit it down to protecting a woman and then one woman. No, there's a much bigger role than that.
Yeah. We have so many ways you can protect, and one of the ways that we do is part of your role is to protest. Now, as men, we have a problem with protesting our feelings, our love towards whoever we are involved with, and it's difficult. And why it's difficult is because a lot of times we weren't taught it.
Yes.
We were not taught it. And I'm not saying that it's the woman's fault because she's the most emotional. Sometimes you have to see something from a man to know
it's okay to do, yeah.
This is okay. Because there's a lot of men out there telling you, boy, don't cry. And sometimes your mommy, big boys, don't cry.
Man up.
What you mean don't cry? What you crying for? And this is what they do to us. And then when they then create the monster, oh, why you don't?
He don't open up. He don't share. He don't express his feelings.
Oh, your mommy died and you don't even cry.
Yeah.
But you all in teacher.
Yes.
Don't
yes.
cry.
Condition us to be these robots.
Yes. And then when the robot coming to your house, you upset. And then when you have one child, one son, you can do the same thing. So that's why as men, we have to say to ourselves, hey, son, you're nothing wrong with showing emotion.
That's right.
That's what God give it to you for. There's nothing wrong with it. There's nothing wrong with you saying, hey, this woman here who I want to court and marry and have children in that order is the woman I love. And you can tell that to the world. Trust me, the world will love and respect you even more. You won't think you was real man then. After you done say that, that's when you was man.
Yeah.
That's when you could really go out into this world and tell people, hey, this the woman I love. This the family I will take care of. And no other one. So, you know what I'm saying? Who like come on the side? You all side set.
He's a husband of one wife.
That's right. He ain't got no girlfriend.
No sweetheart, no side check.
One woman. And then, and trust me, I can tell you this right now. It is so difficult to be married today. And when people see how well you are doing, how successful you are in your marriage, it's like the devil.
They're coming to destroy that.
He's get hot.
They want that.
He's
want
getting
it.
hot, and he's putting up in these people them to come to you. Hey, sweet boy, how you doing? Looking good there. Hey, what's going on?
Yeah. You know,
How you experience things like that, and how do you fight against it?
listen, you going back to the foundation again. The reason you can fight it, and the only way you can have strength to fight that is if you have God in you. Because flesh, the arms of flesh can fail you.
Oh, yeah.
You can fall, you can stumble. If you think you can rely on this to resist that,
All of that?
oh no, you can't do that on your own. Ain't a man strong enough yet to resist that on his own.
And they come in all kinds of
And they
different
come in,
shape and sizes.
oh, color, and you can buy it, you can
Oh, yeah.
any color, any shape, any size.
BBL.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah.
yeah.
So, and they got it all out on display. Because they know we visual.
Oh, yeah.
But you have to remember now, you are a man, you have responsibilities. You can't just be given over to any old feelings, because that come in with problems. See, and you have to know, Carlos say it's okay to have your emotions. Yes. Control your emotions. Don't let your emotions control you. Now, the fairer sex, they are more emotional. And 9 times out of 10, they are more controlled by their emotions. You're not wrong with that. We need that, because that's what has made them put up with us. You see? That's fine. That sometimes they let it get the better of them, so that's fine. But it's not okay for a man to do that. A man has to acknowledge his emotions, realize them for what they are, and put them in check. We are the logical ones. That's how God created us. So, but you don't disregard your emotions. Don't let nobody tell you shouldn't have them. You shouldn't have feelings. You shouldn't want to cry. You shouldn't feel. Listen, don't be a girl about it. Don't be a girl about it, mind you. Don't be no little soft, weaky little thing, but you have emotions, so you got to know how to deal with that. And for too long, we've been told men ain't supposed to cry. Men don't do this. Men ain't supposed to complain about certain things. If their woman ain't doing something they want, a man's supposed to just shut up and don't do nothing, don't say nothing about it. Just man up and just take it.
What's up?
See, that's a manipulation right there. You have to know how to govern your emotions, put them in its rightful place, and then use them to your advantage. Don't let them use you.
Right.
But back and to the question you asked, the statement you made about how to stay strong, but it's a fight. It's a fight in this day and time, because the girls, they coming out wearing anything. They wearing nothing now. You tell the truth. They wearing nothing. They know they look good, and they come in, they walking past, and because like Carlo mentioned, they feel you a little successful in your marriage or in your business. They coming for it. Because why? They want to be attached to that. So, but you got to know, hold on, I as man, I don't give myself over to any old emotion.
That's right.
No, I can control this emotion. So he has to protect and protest, Carlos said, his love. Protest his feelings, be able to express it and not feel ashamed.
That's right.
To express. Don't let nobody make you feel ashamed for expressing feelings. God give you that. You ain't get that from nobody. That's what you were born with. Just don't let it control you.
Exactly.
So a young man has to know how to bring his feelings and his emotions in check. Keep that in check. Protect.
We're going to take a quick commercial break, and we're going to be right back.
So welcome back to Let's Talk, and today we're talking about steps for grooming a young man. Trying to grow up a young man in these days and times, it ain't hard. It isn't easy, really hard. So our first step was, he must know God. That has to be the foundation. No ifs, ands about it. He has to ask God as his foundation. Know God. Step 2, he has to know that he's the provider. He's to provide, protect, and protest. And so now we move on to step 3, which is a young man needs to know himself. He has to know himself.
Yes.
If he don't know himself, somebody can tell him who he is. And we then see what society is all about. We made mention it earlier about the community, the alphabet community. How they are trying to tell everybody who they should be and who could be who and what could be. There's no shortage out there of people trying to tell us who we are or who we should be. And it's not easier when it comes to young men. There's all different types of forces trying to tell a young man what he's supposed to be, especially a young black man. So therefore, as parents or guardians of young men, we have to make sure that these young men take time to know themselves, know their strengths, so that they can operate into them and lean on them, know their weaknesses, so they can know their limitations and know when to call for help. They have to know their calling on their life. They only can know that if they got God in them. They have to know that they have to be accountable. They have to be accountable.
Big word.
When we make a decision, we got to be able to own up to that.
That's right.
Don't put no blame on nobody. I'm so sick and the only people I see blame is children, who could get away with blaming because they immature. But anybody other than that, I don't give a pass. Woman, not even woman. I don't give man, especially not men. You cannot blame nobody for decisions you've made. And if you've gotten yourself in a position that, hey, be responsible for that. Be accountable to that. And then you have to be responsible. Young men, you have to be responsible. This comes with knowing yourself. You have to know that you have to be responsible. Know what your responsibilities are. What you got to say to that?
In the part of knowing your role, with that part, when you get to know who you are yourself, and trust me, it takes a while before you know who you are. It takes a while before you know what is your talent.
Yes.
Because God gave all us talent.
Yes.
Let me get this straight. All of us have a talent. You have to now look at what your talent is. How do you want to bring forth that talent and be responsible with that talent?
Yes.
Because let's say God gave you a good voice. You now have the responsibility to bring that voice to the world. But the message that comes with it is a serious one. And if you could sing good, there's all types of genres of music that you could sing to say, hey, I have a good voice. And you could sing reggae. You could do rap. You could do gospel. You could do all these type of things that God gift that he has given you has now for you to bring to the world. But you have to be responsible. The woman you are with, you have to now be responsible and accountable now for her. Because now you gone, and I am only gonna talk about when you go before God. We want everybody out there to understand. Get married first. You want to see any responsible act, any act with accountability, get married. Because now, this woman now, you have to lead. When you bear forth fruit, your child, this woman, you have to lead. And you have to make sure that their lives are safe, secure, and good to go. You can't get mad when things go bad. Because guess what? Things going bad. I might have to let you. This life. Things can go bad. Either you make up your mind to say, okay, it's bad. How can I make it better? How can we ride out this storm? All us going through Hurricane Dorian, we sit down there. Ain't that we can hear the thing rap, all kind of. Ain't that we can do? Sit there and pray. And that's all you can do. After the storm, you try to recover what you can recover. You try to keep your head above water and do what you got to do. But you can't sit down and say, oh, the storm caused all of this. And that's why, hey, guess what? Plenty people, house gets swiped away. But they got a new house now. They didn't sit down and cry and say, oh, Lord, the house gone. What I can do? You build a new one. Because you got to live. Life goes on. Some people didn't live through that storm.
That's right.
So you have to be accountable for what you are doing because you are now a leader. That's the most important thing. When you become a man, you are a leader. And guess what? Leading in all the time, being up front and
Barking orders, right.
In order to learn how to lead, sometimes you got to sit back. There are some people who've been here way long before us who knows the ins and outs. And guess what? You might learn to put one little spin on it, But you still have to learn to lead from the back. You say about that,
That's right. Being a leader, a lot of people like to want to be leaders because they want to bark orders. They want to tell people what to do. But the best leaders are those who lead by example, which means they are teachable, they are open, they have humility in them. That's the best leaders. They're the most effective leaders. That's what they bring to the table. So people follow that type of spirit. But when you want to be a leader just to tell people what to do, nobody want to follow you. They might follow you because they want to get something from you. But ask them to put their neck out for you or go the extra mile for you, they wouldn't do it because that type of leader nobody wants. They want somebody who they can follow, who actually would say, he asked me to do this because I know he would do the same thing. And being a man, that's what you call to do. Like Carlos said, you call to be a leader. So not every time you born knowing how to do that. You have to learn that.
And all of that is part of learning to know
yourself.
How compassionate, where's your empathy? Who are you? All these situations can come up and you're going to have to learn, how will I deal with this situation? And it's good. That's why it's good when you in church, you become a church leader, go to Boy Scouts. All these other stuff is going on. There are many other clubs that you can go into that will show you not just how to lead, but how to follow. Because once you know how to follow, you understand how things go, then you have a better understanding of how to be a leader and lead in your style. Do not copy nobody. This is all part of the step number 3, knowing yourself. You have to lead. Don't mind people talking about, oh, he always joking. That's your style.
Yeah.
Don't let no one take your style from you. God made one of you.
That's right.
And he made one of you for a reason. You can't be at being Jason. I'm sorry.
I'm the best Jason.
He's the best one.
That's it.
You ain't gonna find no other one. But you have to learn to be the best you. And learning who the best you are will make you a better person, a better man, a better leader. So I just want to say with that, Jason, some people, you might end up with one woman who won't tell you, oh, you ain't got to be like that. Why are you like that? And they can try to persuade you.
Yeah.
Try to change your mind to be. You was quite happy with who you was.
Right.
Quite happy.
You can't fall for that. That's a spirit of manipulation. And first I can tell you, if you get somebody, hold on now, there's some bad habits we got. And if she's pointing out the bad habits and she's saying, hey, you ain't got to be doing that, then maybe you should listen. But if this is something that's not bad, it's part of your character, you're happy being that way. This isn't something negative. But because you're not, let's say you're a happy-go-lucky person, lighthearted, but she likes a lot of qualities about you, but that quality she doesn't like. She wants you to be more serious. That ain't you. Don't allow her to cause you to manipulate your whole or alter your whole character just to suit her. No. If that's what she's trying to do, cut that one loose. If she's not going to accept the good parts of you, if she's trying to build you into somebody that you're not and that you're not comfortable with, cut that one loose. But guess what? The only way you can know you ain't comfortable with it if you know yourself. But if you don't know, because if you don't know yourself, she could mold you into whatever she wants.
Exactly.
And that would frustrate you because here now she's telling you what she wants you to be and you trying to do it and you're getting frustrated because something inside of you ain't clicking. It's too much of a fight to do that. But you don't know that ain't you, so you just going along with the program. And that don't have to just be with a woman. That could be with anybody. That could be with people who you hang around with. You know you're not a club person, but because you want to hang with these people who go to the club, you hanging around them and now you up in there, you feeling all out of place because you want to fit in.
Yep.
But that ain't you. That ain't you. So you have to know your strength, know your weaknesses, know what you like, know what you dislike, know your God-given talent so you can operate in that. Know your God-given assignment. The only way you can know that is you sit, take time to evaluate yourself. Mind you, every now and then you have to try little things. Hey, nothing strange. Just let me clarify that. Every now and then you got to try little things to see, okay, do I like this? Do I don't like it? You know? Yeah, you can't say you don't like shrimp Alfredo if you never tried it.
Exactly.
You got to taste it. No, okay, I don't like it. So you got to take time. That's life. You got to try it. Like again, nothing strange, nothing unnatural, no drugs. Just to see, I'm talking stuff with edify your body, edify your spirit, edify your soul, make you stronger as a man. Try it to see if it fits. No, do self-evaluation. And like I said, part of this is being accountable, being responsible. Now, this probably goes on a little further into being a young man, but some of us young men, we make some mistakes. And that's why I say we have to be responsible and be accountable. Because growing up, I made plenty of mistakes. But one thing I always knew, I had to be responsible for whatever choices I made. Yep. So for the young men, this especially for the young men out there, and the older ones, because some of you all older ones need to come back to young men class. Some of you all missed these steps. Some of you all missed these lessons.
Shots fired.
So some of you all got to come back to class. You got to be responsible. You made, I ain't gonna call no child no mistake, but you made a child with a woman out there. And now you leaving that burden on that woman to raise that child on her own. No, brother, you cannot call yourself a man if you got your children out there and you're not being responsible for them. If you're not doing all you can to help raise your children so that they don't have to go through the pitfalls that you went through. If you're not doing all you can as a man to empower your children, if you ain't doing that for your children, for your seed, you're not a man.
So you trying to tell me I can't be 55, 60 in the club with my skinny legs and darker zone? What are you trying to tell me, Jason?
Hey, if that's your cup of tea and you will still be out there in the club doing that, listen, I talk strictly about providing, protecting your children, your seed. You can't leave that up to the woman. That's why we end up with a lot of ills we have in society right now, because the men aren't being responsible for their choices they've made. They're leaving it up to somebody else. They blaming somebody else. Men don't blame people for their choices. Men own up to their part they play, and they do what they can to help.
Okay, we're going to take another commercial break. But before we do, subscribe, like. We need these subscriptions. We need you all to like us. Tell me you like me. Tell me you like
Please.
me. Please. That's tell me that. Ain't nothing wrong with that. It's good to show.
Where you go?
Wrong with liking.
Where you going, buddy?
To go buy these tickets for the party tonight.
Why this boy so dumb?
Tickets242.com.
You know how hard it is?
They sell tickets for parties, concerts, plays, sporting events, everything.
You know how expensive bus is?
Well, if you just buy the tickets online, they could just send you it in the email. Then you could just print it off.
You know how strong mosquitoes is?
Or you could go to the box office downtown at the Genesis Street Gear.
You ain't scared of Joneses, eh?
So we're back. But I kind of a little shocked, Carlo, because I would think once the topic come up on when we getting into men, I would think the females then would come out of the woodwork and comment and say, yeah, get on them and tell them what to do and this and that. This the show almost basically for them.
Why must I want y'all to tell them and y'all can tell them some fool? I want to tell them.
Oh.
That's
Okay.
what the woman out there, I want to tell them
Oh, okay.
how to be a man.
Okay.
That's what I want. See,
Okay.
they y'all all think I'm talking foolishness right now. Being responsible and all that. I don't like them type of fellas, no.
No, they don't want that.
The type of fellas I like, irresponsible and accountable. Now, them fellas I put in the friend zone.
Yeah.
They're
Yeah,
the
yeah,
fellas
yeah,
you need
yeah.
for mentors, but
Yes.
them fellas y'all put in the friend zone, who y'all ain't gonna never, ever like. There's the set you want mentor,
Your son.
for your
son,
for
yeah.
for your
So your son don't turn into these fellas who y'all always complaining about.
But who y'all love to?
Oh, they love
never
him.
know it.
What they say? Good guys are boring.
Oh yeah.
I love a bad boy.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I was just watching this thing on TV the other night with I don't know if you know the twins, Tia Mari. One of the twins, they grown now. She just got a divorce from her husband. And basically the cause of the divorce was he get a little bored. He ain't exciting no more. He ain't nothing happening no more. And she thought she could go out there and get better. Now,
Okay.
so when she gone out there and do that, trying to save the marriage, you know. And they say, man don't leave woman.
No.
Man don't leave woman.
No.
So she gone out there, do what she had to do, and now she out there in the streets. And what she thought she would meet in the streets, in there, that love and romance and all that in there.
Passion, yeah.
These fellas are different.
Oh, they different. They different now.
They different. They ain't what you live out there.
Mm-mm.
You done been married 10 so years, what you live out there ain't there no more.
Fellas is called the girls, bro.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, bro, boy, what you doing, bro?
Yeah. So women, when y'all going out there doing y'all things, y'all have to understand. Just what you leave there, because for one, when you leave there, you're 25, 30. Now you're going back, you're 35, 40, 50. Woo! I'm sorry, but 45 to 20-year-old, that's too different. Now y'all got to keep your body. That's still a difference.
Listen, they can't run with these young boys, and they definitely can't run with these young girls.
Oh, jeez.
So stay in your lane. I stay in my lane.
But we back to the point that now, men, you have to know how to treat a lady.
Oh, yes.
You have to.
Yes.
We are here to provide, protect our love to them, protect them. So in order to do that, you have to know how to treat them. And the hardest part of knowing how to treat them is how to pick them.
Yeah. Oh.
See, you can't pick no woman who more alpha than you.
No.
All right?
No.
Because she ain't gonna follow you.
No.
She ain't gonna follow you.
Nope.
You gotta follow her. You have to know when you meet a lady, and listen to the words I say, lady. Just because you're female don't make you lady.
Box.
Just because you find a lady that you like, that doesn't mean she's the lady for you. Do not go and force yourself on these ladies. Things, a relationship will grow naturally. You all will have things in common that you like. You ain't gonna be 100% compatible. Nobody is, but that's the good part. Because now that y'all ain't 100% compatible, you can see another way people think.
Right.
Another way that, hey, boy, I never thought of that.
That's right.
Boy, that's a good thing she do. One thing that you always have to know about it. Me, I love a smart lady. You have to be able to challenge me mentally for me to think. And think in that way when you say, but Carlo, you ever thought about that?
Yeah.
You ever thought about doing it this way?
Give you a different perspective.
Not the one, hey, why are you doing it like that?
Yeah, yeah.
You need to do it like this. Not that one. The one would say, Carlo, you ever thought of doing it like this? I always thought this was a better way. If you want to try it, see what happens. But I like that way. What you think? But
yeah, Carlo, that's key. That's key. You have to find the one that's compatible for you. You have to find the one to operate in the way you like to operate. Now, you don't just go for the pretty packaging. And women like to say that, they like to go for these pretty women, but they be the ones who go after not the pretty guy. They go after a certain guy, the tall, dark, handsome, or the money guy. So everybody has preferences. So don't knock a man because he going for looks.
that's right.
But fella, you got to graduate beyond the look. You go from beauty's fade. That hot body is melt. So you got to go with something but remains, something lasts, that character. So take time to look beyond them BBLs and them weave and that makeup and that scent and that body. Take the time to try to go beyond that because those things are just physical. They pass. And today you could buy that. You could pick any Jane Doe off the street and build her to look like that.
Go to the back by Kelly's, the lumber section. They put it all together. They put it all together for you, whatever you want.
So don't get caught up on the looks. You gotta a little mature past that now. You're man now. You stop eating little baby food. You stop, and that's what the looks is, baby food. You want meat now. You want somebody who will help you grow. somebody who's gonna add to you, somebody who's gonna push you. Yeah, and you don't want a yes woman either.
Right.
You want a woman who can challenge you. Now, like Carla say, not challenge you to the point where she's challenging your role. No. One man, one head, one lead. And as long as you know that you are that man and you're that lead, don't let no woman make you feel less than. Don't stand by and let her challenge that role because she has a role to play. But we ain't talking about the woman today, we're talking about you, man.
Right.
So find a woman who can appreciate that manhood, appreciate that leadership, and find a woman who can accommodate you, that will help you grow, who will push you in the fields and push you in the area that you need to grow into.
And it's remarkable how the things that some people can see in you that you can't see in yourself. It's wonderful when a woman can say, "Hey, you ever thought of doing that?" Because boy, you know you just gifted at doing that. You know my cousin who worked the thing and he make plenty of money off of doing that, and she will build you up into the man that you know you can be. She ain't getting that. Guess what? Even when you mess up.
Yes.
Even when you mess up, she can grab you. Hey, that didn't happen.
Move on. Let's go. Let's go. Pick yourself up, my brother. Pick yourself up. Dust it off. Pat you on the shoulder. There. Now let's go. Dry them tears up. Let's go.
You then make a mistake. And trust me, any mistake a man make will affect his whole household.
So you got to be responsible.
So you back to responsibility and accountability.
Yes.
You mess up. Baby, I messed. What happened? La, Ray. She can tell you, okay, what we can do now. We got to move on from this. And these are the type of ladies that you want in your life. And they are out there. Yeah, they was given a rough way to start because, say, sometimes a daddy was in the nails. And they had to be, before they met you, they had to be man and woman for themselves.
Yeah.
And that's rough. But when you get there, that lady would automatically know, okay, this is a man. I can go fall back in my role now.
Yeah. And see, don't expect her to just fall back. Or just because she meets you. No, my brother, you gotta prove that.
Yes,
you gotta show that you are able to lead. You can't just say, "Oh, I man, follow me." No, man.
No, sir.
When you get on the people's job and you have to be on a probation for a while, ain't nobody just come and place you in any position. They say, "Hey, we're gonna put you in this position, and you're gonna see how you work out, and we're gonna be on a 3-month, 6-month probation, and then after you've proven yourself, then they give you the title." So that's the same thing with these women. You know, they like Carlos said, they had it rough. A lot of us wasn't not in position, so they had it rough. So we have to now, sad, but we have to now show them, hey, I am man. I is real man. I could do this. It's time for you to step aside. Let me show you, you could trust me with this. Let me show you that I is man, that I can fulfill my role. Let me prove to you I can do it. Not that saying she don't have nothing to prove, but we talking about you now.
Yeah.
That's another show. You now go to her. And if you know yourself, because remember now we say take time to know yourself. So if you know yourself, you ain't gonna have no problem proving it to her. You ain't gonna feel slighted that you have to prove it to her because you say, hey, I sure on myself. So if she need me to prove, like I say, like you go on a job, if they need me to prove, I apply for electrician job and they need me to prove that I could actually fix this wiring, I secure on myself and I go fix it. So I need you to say, hey, prove to yourself that you are a man and you're responsible, you can lead. You should jump to that because you then secure in yourself.
Jason, you use a key word there, trust. You have to build up that trust. And when she can, oh, boy, Jason, my car ain't working. You just looking like, don't worry, darling. I got that. It ain't nothing that when she know now, when she come to you, got her.
You got her.
Oh, they feel good.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, they feel good. People left. I watched the woman come, a car break down. She jump out of her car, jump into the man car and go. Leave him with the breakdown car. He got to figure it out.
Yes.
She ain't worrying. But that feeling that she has, that she know, hey, I good. My man got me feeling good. I ain't got to worry about
He's securing her.
Yes. And that is so, when you want to know how to treat a woman, that's what she wants. She wants that more than anything that
to be secure.
Yeah, exactly.
Yes, sir. See, daddy wasn't there to secure her. Mommy, she watched her ma struggle and get down and buck up and go through all kind of bunch of jokers. So she needs now somebody to come and prove that she don't have to follow down that same trap.
Yes.
Now, sometimes you gotta love them through it now. That's what you say. You gotta protest love. Sometimes you gotta love them through it, but that's if you see the right one. See, you're gonna have to take the time to see that she's worth doing that now. So just how you took the time to know yourself and know your worth, you gotta take the time and see that she is worth you putting that effort into her. Now, not every woman worth that.
No, sir.
I'm telling you now.
No, sir.
Not every one of them jokers worth it.
No.
Some of them out there to finesse you and take you for a ride.
Yeah.
And they can brag with you.
Oh.
And then they can have you listed inside your phone as food. Or car.
All going.
Yeah, yes. Honk. So you got to be wise enough. So you don't be a statistic and them and all these women is the same. No, all them ain't the same.
All ain't the
Some good set out there. You just look for them. Fine. And shake. But they say shake the dust off of them, brush them off and clean some of them up. But that's how you have to know how to treat a lady. And then too, it ain't all about you all the time. Because you's the leader, it ain't about you. It's about who you leading. It's about you now. You got to make sure, put yourself to the back and put her first. I'm talking about your wife now. Now, but before she get your wife, she got to see that quality in you. So I probably jump the gun when I say talking to her. But being a man, you automatically put yourself to the back. As a leader, you automatically put your family before you. So treating this woman, securing her, is putting her first, making her see that, hey, she is number one. You got to know, I can't tell you go and be romantic with her because that woman who you like mightn't be a romantic woman. She mightn't be the flowersy girl. She might be the one who will sit down and go to sports bar with you.
That's right.
She want to throw back a bear with you. Huh? So you have to know that woman and be able to listen to her and cater to what you know she needs, not what she wants. You have to read between the lines. So your role is kind of, that's why God call us fathers too, because we carry on a lot of his responsibilities. And God has given us what we need, not what we want. You're going to do the same thing for your woman. Sometimes you're going to give her what she want. But most of the time, you got to give her what she need. And that's how you're going to secure her.
I like that word you use, listen. Man, listen to your woman. Now, I know it's going to be tough because you got to have a translator and a scripture and thing.
But know when to pause them. Know when to put them on pause because sometimes they can talk too long.
But if you want that woman, if you want to treat that woman right, you have to know what she wants and what she needs, what she crying for. And sometimes she does just like baby. Sometimes they crying, they know what they crying for. They just crying. Sometimes they just need a hug.
Yeah.
That's it. That's all. Sometimes, hey, we have to understand. Listen to your woman. If that's the woman you want, that's the woman you want to be with. Listen to your woman.
You have to listen.
So, we done knock out 4.
Mm-hmm.
We going to take one commercial break. I want you to subscribe and like. We subscribe and like. And we can be right back.
I'm Flynn Daxon from Nose Witness News, reporting live from Sniper Paintball City. We're here with the manager and he's going to tell us a little about what they have to offer.
Daddy, I got this at Sniper Paintball. We have paintball, cornhole, mini golf, batting cage.
Strike!
That's not a strike.
So come on down every Saturday and Sunday to Sniper Paintball City, located next to Crosstown, where you and the family can have a great time.
See you at Sniper.
So welcome back to Let's Talk, and today we are talking about grooming young men. We're giving you some steps on what you should take. Mind you, these are not all the steps, but some of the steps that we think are some of the most important steps in growing up a young man. Because we've been young men. I mean, it's been a while since I've been young, right? But I can remember some things. I ain't that old. I can remember some things and some of the pitfalls. I can remember some of the things I learned growing up, and I wish somebody had hammered them to me or told them to me so that I could be a little further ahead. But God is good. I learned them, and now I'm able to share some of the things I think. We are able to share some of the things we think would help young men. So we are down. The first one, we're just going to do a little recap. First one is, You have to have God as your foundation.
Amen.
You know, going against that. Second one, a man got to provide, protest, and protect his love. The third was he has to know himself.
Exactly.
Self-evaluation. He got to know his God-given role, his God-given assignment. He got to sit down and know his likes, his dislikes, his talents, his strengths, so that nobody could tell him who he is. Once he know who he is, nobody could tell him who he is. And that's including a woman. And part of knowing yourself is being responsible and accountable. And then the fourth was he has to know how to treat a lady, not a female. He has to know how to pick first and then treat that lady. And part of that is being able to listen to that lady and giving her what she needs. So now we down to our last point we think that young men should have.
And that is, and I know the lazy fellas, so they ain't want to hear this. You got a trade, a job, a skill. You have to know by these hands is how you will eat. Okay? And the first and the second one, know your role, and part of that is provide.
Yes.
To provide, that means you have to have a way to go out to the work field and make money. It's hard to say, but money is still important. The Bible says it answer it all things.
Answer it all things.
You still have to go out there and work to provide for your family. I know we sit down, I ain't got to worry about this. I can find something to do. I can go wait to the hotel. I can this and that. It is so much better when you can work. Hey, guess what? The hotel hire you using electrician. Hotel hire you. They tell you, okay, we can this and that. Hotel closed down. Guess what? You're still an electrician. Someone still can call you. Jason, hey, I need this thing. I'm done. My light bulb ain't working. Okay, fine. Now you have a skill, a trade, something that you can do. God has blessed you with that skill. And now, no matter what, you could take care of your thing. Jesus was a carpenter.
That's right.
He had a skill. Believe it or not, it doesn't make any sense you sitting up here hoping and wishing. And I know you want to say, I can be a rapper.
Mind you, sometimes it'll work out, you know. But hey, come on, let's be real. Let's be real.
I ain't saying it ain't gonna work, but I'm saying have your skill in the background that, hey, if it don't, you have something to fall back on. Because guess what? Woman ain't want no man who don't work, you know.
No.
But let me.
No, that ain't.
You think I should say that, Jay? I think that's true.
No, that ain't no true.
That ain't no true?
That ain't no true.
What do you mean by
Not
that?
at all, incident. I mean, we trying to talk about young men. We even they say we always throwing rock at women, but that ain't no true. Women can, oh Lord, they can complain about the man, but they still can go pick that same man who ain't working. Complain about him, you know. But that ain't the type of man we talking about. We talking about men. That's a jokey fella right there. A man who don't want to work. I don't call him a man. He's a grown boy. He's a grown boy. He's a adult-sized human male. That's what he is. I'm trying not to use the word man, because what I consider a real man is not going to sit idly by and not try to have gainful employment. He's going to find a way, a legal, lawful way to provide for not just himself,
Right.
but for those who are around him. Because I believe a man is more than just providing for himself. Because I was a boy, I was 12 years old working. I was providing for myself, not all things, but I could have provided for myself. That didn't make me a man. We have women out there who provide for themselves. Does that make them men? No. That just makes them responsible adults. So I feel if you want to carry that title of a man, you should not just be able to take care of yourself. You should be able to help take care of somebody else.
Yeah.
Whether that's your parents, whether that's a niece, nephew, whether that's some people in the community, whether that's a friend, you'll be able to help them at a time. I mean, take care of them for life, but you should be in a position to help others. So, and no better way to do that than having a trade of your own. Once you then got those skills, nobody can take that away from you. Exactly. And you could pick that up at any time in your life, but it's best to do that while you're younger. Because while you're younger, like the scripture says, work while there's light. That means in the days of your youth, while you got the strength, work. So that when you get older, when the night comes, now you could rest. You ain't got to be like me, old age, and working till you old and gray. And I ain't going to throw no rock at some people. So let's leave that right there. But
it is so important, and I know we didn't want to talk with the ladies, but ladies, I want y'all to get a mentor. If you have a son out there, get a mentor for him. Someone, hey, might be the fella down the road who fixing cars.
Yes.
Carry him there. Hey, I want him to help you. He learn how to change tire. He learn how to do all type of things, believe it or not. And guess what? He ain't got to pay you.
Mm-hmm.
What he teaching you is priceless.
That's right. Goes with you for life.
That is something nobody could take from you if you have that skill. That knowledge in your head is I don't even know what to say. So, ladies, I know we ain't supposed to, but a lot of you out there have young men, and you all don't know what to do with them. Sometimes the man right down the road, just say, hey, I just want him to come here and just watch you do this. Let him help and let him this and that. Because there are some things so y'all just can't teach us.
That's right.
Y'all don't know how, and it just ain't there. And
Yeah,
it's no fault of yours. We ain't saying it's a fault of yours. But he still has to have something to go forward with if he want to have a woman, if he want to have a family. You got to provide for him somehow, some way, legally.
Yes.
Something what NIB is accept. Okay?
See, and Carlo, again, touching on the women, because we want y'all to help us to raise young men. So we have to bring y'all into this conversation. But what I see some women doing, they cloaking their sons. They have their sons like sheltered and keeping them locked. I don't know whatever the reason. I'm not going to speculate why you keeping your son locked up inside the house and don't want to let him to go out and be a man. The thing is, it's wrong because he's going to be the problem, one of the same type of problems you complain about now. Oh, this lousy man, he can't even work. He don't want to work. All he want to do is be up underneath his mommy. He just want, he want me to do everything for him. He can't even go there and work. He just want to sit home and eat or play a game or whatever like that. So ladies, we want y'all to help us to get these young men back, to get our men back. So, and it goes without saying, it should go without saying, when Takalo said, carry him to the man down there who fixing the car, he don't mean any man. Of course he means somebody who's responsible. Yes. We don't want you to put your child in danger. Yes. Of course, but that goes without saying, but we can say it anyway. He means somebody responsible. So somebody, them same fellas you all got in the friend zone.
Yeah, the friend zone fellas.
They good guys. You all got them in the friend zone because they good guys. Let them teach you. Yeah, let them teach your son your child's trade. But you got to be honest with the fella now. Let him know you're interested in him. But you recognize he's a good man and you want your son to be a good man. He'll appreciate that. Yes. If he's a good man, he'll appreciate that.
Okay, Jason, I think we have come to the end of our show, but we got 5 steps that we wanted to let the world know, let y'all know. 1, know God. 2, know how to profess, protect, and provide for your family. 3, know yourself. That's very important. Know yourself. Know who you are.
Yes.
4, know how to treat a lady, because you're going to want one.
Yeah.
You're going to want one. You might as well. Know how to treat them and treat them well. And the last one, work.
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 Come off them blocks. Go work.
Boy. I don't want to tell no stories because people may be able to decipher and know who I'm talking about. But oh God, we got some little pansy tissue paper young boys out there what I come in contact with. And listen, if you say work to them, they start to fall up. And it is, oh man. Anyway, before I start calling names, let's get real men back. And so we just was trying to provide you with some steps to help us because we trying to get the word out there to get men back.
Right.
So spread the word. Men are needed, they're necessary. And this world will continue to slip and slide down the dark path of this without the men in place. So this has been Let's Talk. Glad you joined us. We'll see us here again next week, same time, 6 p.m. Subscribe, like, share. Thank you for joining us. Have a great evening.
Hi, Cheryl.